Hear that third space C in your head. Can everyone hear me in the back? Yeah. Okay, I have a microphone just in case, but I think I can use my teacher voice, and I think it'll echo tonight. Thank you guys for coming. This is our 7th grade concert band here. This is one could not ask for a better behaved, kinder, more principled group of students than these 7th graders right here. It's truly a pleasure to work with them each day. They are so kind, well-behaved, friendly. They get along. I mean, it's just really a dream to work with them. Each day we start on with woodwind class. So the woodwinds and percussionists bring the 7th graders together in one class, and the brass are in another class, 4th period. And they're both 2 of my favorite classes of the day. Just a real privilege to get to work with these kids. So I'm very, very lucky. This is very exciting. That was the first time some of the kids, we got a lot of soccer players in here. Raise your hand if you play soccer. Yeah. So if the hand is in there, that's the first time they played it with the woodwinds and vice versa. So yeah. So we tried to put together a few rehearsals, but because of soccer schedule, it was games they had, we couldn't get it together. But we're going to change gears a little bit with our 7th grade portion of the concert and do a lyrical piece called Celtic Christmas next. you may notice the difference in size between the two ensembles. We're glad to have a large group of 7th graders. This 8th grade group actually happened during COVID, so they were, we were having beginning band, they choose beginning band in 6th grade. We were doing it outside with a wind, in the 90-degree heat, with the wind blowing the music stands down and soccer balls running through. So not as many kids were interested in band. So some true musicians were interested in that, but we're glad to have a huge number of 7th graders. It's going to be exciting to see a big group of 6th graders behind them and to hear this combined group for Mardi Gras coming up pretty early here in Mardi Gras season. So, speaking of Mardi Gras, any parents that are available to help with our uniforms, it is coming early. Mardi Gras is coming early this year, and we are going back to school late, so it's going to be here real quick for the Barkus Parade. All of these kids here will be participating in the Barkus Parade and need a uniform. They need to be cleaned and counted and fitted. So any parents that want to help out with that, shoot me an email. I know I have some 8th grade parents that helped out last year, but I could certainly use some assistance in getting those counted and sorted and sent to cleaners, etc. So if you have some time in your day, shoot me an email and I'd be happy to have you help us out. We're going to close our 7th grade portion of the concert with Let It Snow. On what? The two are ready? We're going to have to get a little bit of percussion equipment up onto the 8th grade stage to start them. While we're doing that, Mr. DeWolf, are you here? I just wanted to speak to you guys a little bit. We're very grateful to Devin DeWolf here. He lets us use this facility last year for the spring concert and this year for this concert. And it's a great venue right next to the school, so he's got a few words tonight to say.
I've got a teacher voice too, so I'll just whip it out. Used to teach middle school, so it's really cool to have middle school students and families here. And I just wanted to take a quick second to kind of explain what this is. Beanlandia is something that doesn't really exist in New Orleans. It's unlike any other spot. And what we're basically doing here is creating a cultural center that's alive, but also creating a way to fund a bunch of children's programming. I really believe after a decade of being a teacher in New Orleans that, like, collectively our city, we need so much more stuff for children. We need sports programs, art programs, music programs, etc. And we also need to find ways to bring ourselves together and create community. And that's kind of the purpose of the space. So it's a cultural center in the evening time where we have music and food events and things that will hopefully be enjoyable for your family. In the afternoon, as we grow, we will fund a bunch of kid programming. And in the morning, we'll take money from tourists who will come and look at bean art, and then we'll use their money to fund more kids programming. So I think with Morris Jeff it's a really special opportunity because the middle school is within walking distance, and the high school is very close. So if we're able to be successful creating more programming, it would actually be very beneficial, I think, for the students that maybe need a little extra in their lives. So after school, summer camp, etc. So we're about to open. It's taken us 2 years to transform the building and make this space what it is. And if any of this sounds good, if it sounds like something you like or appreciate, I would ask that you consider joining as a member. Members pay whatever they want per month, and that's how we grow. That's how we add staff, that's how we add programming, that's how we can create space like this for this evening. So if you're interested, it's crew@beans.org, and literally we don't care what amount of money, but every little bit helps because that's how we can grow and how we can be sustainable and create the most awesome family-friendly space in New Orleans, but also really help make our city what it should be. So thank you for listening to me, and more importantly, thank you for coming to support your students. I have a first and a third grader at Morris Jeff. They're back there, stuck with me tonight. But I look forward to the day when they're in middle school and maybe they're playing music just like your kids are doing. So thank you again for coming and supporting, and welcome to Beanlandia. Thank you.
One, two, here's the last breath. Everybody feel good? That's good. Last year, we played this group, played this as 7th graders, but we did a little trick on y'all. There's a key change in it called we specifically called a modulation because it changes key mid-tune. And we just ended the tune early and made up an ending and did not play the key change. So this year, now that they've grown as musicians, they were like, let's finally do the key change. It's in the key of C, and it's not, oddly enough, it's very easy to play in the key of C on the piano, but it's not very easy for bands to play in the key of C, and they've done a fantastic job modulating to the key of C in the second half of this tune. So you heard this last year, it's called Sleigh Ride. But here's the complete tune with the modulation into the key of C. Sleigh Ride. Sleigh Ride. What? Do you have your music on? Actually, didn't you just have your music a moment ago or what? Actually, didn't you just have your music a moment ago? Yeah, hey, do you have your music? Yes, sir. You got it? That was good for me. All right, good. Thank you. All right, good one? All right, good, right? do the programming for this concert, and I was thinking like I need another tune that's going to fit the group. And I was at the gym and listening to band music from the publishing company, like most gym people do. And I came across this, and I was like, wait a minute. And I was like, that will work, and it is just fit them really, really well. And there's a really interesting group of kids here. This is Wonderful Christmastime by Paul McCartney, and they're all like, yeah, I know that tune, and they enjoyed it very much. So please enjoy Wonderful Christmastime by Paul McCartney. Hey, buddies. How you guys? Good? Good? Good. Good? Good, Robert? Oh. 1 and 2, and we're ready? Go. As you can hear, like, this is not a very large ensemble, and every single one of these kids are playing their horns wonderful. They really, really are. I've told this before to them and to a few parents, but even though it's a smaller ensemble, I've really never had an ensemble where the flutes are good, the clarinets are good, the trumpets are good, the French horns are good, the saxophones are good, the trombones, the percussionists, and the tubas are all very, very, very good musicians. And I think it really shows, like, when you see that size, and you hear how nice they sound. They really, really do. Before we go on, we are now in for a treat. We've got 2 trumpets that are in my 8th grade gifted music program, and they prepared a little duet for you. So they're going to perform Silent Night for you guys. So Lolly Mae Coleman and Ellen Dilligan, if you are ready, go ahead and stand up and get yourself situated. If you clear your trumpets out, enjoy yourselves, please. before we move on, again, guys, Lolly May, listen up. Last year, Lolly May wanted to be in, we have District Honor Band here in New Orleans. District 6 is Plaquemines, Orleans, St. Bernard, and Jefferson Parish. So all the band students in each parish can audition to be in an honor band. And last year, Lolly May wanted to go out far. It was junior high honor band, and it included all of the 7th, 8th, and 9th graders in those parishes who all wished to audition. And she went in there, and she worked really, really hard, and she got nervous, and I don't know what happened. For some reason, she didn't make the band last year. And this year, rather than giving up, Lolly May has persevered, and she has been dedicated. She didn't let that get her down. Like most success stories, she went ahead and said, I'm not going to give up. And she worked and worked and worked. And this year, I'm very proud to let everyone know that she is the #1 trumpet out of every 7th, 8th, and 9th grader in all of those parishes. Also tonight, we have a thanks for our administration team. I know Mr. Rule is coaching Little League right now, so he couldn't be here. But we've got our awesome Dean Herbert, Shannon Harris. I can't tell you, y'all. Shannon Herbert sees to it that every single one of these students gets scheduled for their right band class, and it is a tremendous amount of work. And this would not be happening if Dean Herbert did not make that schedule. This would not be happening. Because, quite frankly, I've been in situations where the administration does not do that. And this doesn't happen because of that. So, a big round of applause to her allowing this to happen. Not only that, guys, she is a ton of fun, and we're really blessed to have her as an employee, an administrator, and a leader in our school. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Perkins for the support, and the administrative team all the way at the central office. They do a lot to support our band program here as well. Thanks a lot to the parents. Thanks so much, Tony. Tony's helped us get all this percussion equipment over during my lunch and planning period today. A big thanks to David, too. David's helped out a whole lot, too, with to close the 8th grade portion of our concert, we've got a real fun tune that we've enjoyed working on. It's a real energetic, aggressive arrangement of Ukrainian bell carol. I've got a tune in the timpani, hold on just a moment. Please. But Trumpet, can you give me a nice in tune D, please? Thank you, Trumpets. A nice in tune A, please. Ready? Hey, parents, what Mr. DeWolf said, I want to thank y'all for being here tonight. It's really great to play for an audience like this. We're real grateful for you. All right, here's our traditional encore that we play every year. Ready, kiddos? Play this from where it is, seventh graders. Huh? Jukebox. Play, sing, play. You got it? Ready, hold on. Everybody? A one, a two, a one, a two, a ready? Put your music in your folder, nice. Keep the music folder on the music stand it is now. Because we're playing 2 sets tomorrow. Do reeds off the clarinets and saxophones, put your instruments carefully in the cases. Tubas, y'all will be fine right backstage there. Keep your instrument here, so we don't have to worry about bringing it tomorrow morning. All right? Put it in your case and leave it here. Hey, great job, kids.